What's up out there? If you're playing Atlas of Discovery and you may find yourself at, say, I don't know, 99.9% completion, and you have 3 items left to find, maybe a little bit less completion and 4 items left to find, and you don't know where they're at, and they are called the treasure map, the special key, the golden statue, and the golden crate, well, have I got a video for you. So apparently, and I saw this comment somewhere, I think maybe Reddit or something like that. I thought surely it wasn't true, but apparently it is. So these 4 items up here in this corner, these actually come from Cartography. And the way you get them from Cartography is by traveling around. So as you can see, I have all completion done for the Atlas I'm basically done with all the expansions again, except for these last 3 items. And I worked a little bit on this treasure map to get it today to try to come up with an idea on how to get it, because I was like, well, this sucks. So pretty much the way you get these is travel around the map. So if you go from point A to point B to point C, eventually it will pop up a random event that says you've gotten lemons, or I don't know, whatever, you've discovered a shipwreck or something like that. So it's during those random events of just randomly clicking around the map that you find this thing. Now, is there anything that makes it easier? Because this seems kind of stupid to me, and I really don't like that I have to do this over and over and over again. But if you go into your inventory and you have gone through archaeology and gone through all the way down to the Shipwreck Cove, which is level 110, and collected this captain's logbook, this thing gives you 100% increased travel event chance in Cartography. So one thing you can do, and I was trying this earlier to make sure it worked, if you go between, let's see, make sure it's on the screen here, and I'm not covering it up with my picture, but these ports are free to travel between. So you can travel back and forth, and then you'll get a random event. So you don't necessarily have to spend money. You don't necessarily have to actually travel to a spot that costs you, I don't know, 10 million gold or something like that. This one here, I seem to get a lot of events on, but not like the one that gives me an item. Like I said, I tinkered with this earlier, and I did get the 1 item out of it. So I don't think you have to land on a particular node. So I think, and maybe I'm wrong with this, maybe this is a wrong supposition and I'm giving bad advice, but we'll see. I've got 1 item out of it. I don't have all 4. But what I've been doing is every once in a while, because I got so much gold, I've got like 12 billion or 11 billion gold. I've spent a lot now. But I've been focusing on trying to go back and forth. I spent, a fair amount of time just back and forth between these two here. I tried these 2 down here. These seemed like they were a little, see there you get 3 lemons. So you can travel, there's another one. You can travel between the free spots. You don't have to go crazy and go spend a whole ton of money. You do get, even traveling between the free, it's not like you're taking a penalty for it. But this is basically the tip. This is basically how I got it done. Or I got 1 done. I haven't got the rest of them. I'm still waiting. But I noticed that this thing has the 100% chance for the increased travel event. I tried it out, and I got one of those fairly quickly. I got the treasure map. So unfortunately, I've still got several of these things to go. If I'd have known this, I'd have probably been working on this a lot earlier. Unfortunately, you can't spend a whole lot of time doing this, because if you're like me, you're going to spend a lot of time working on cartography itself, and by the time you get it far enough in archaeology, you're probably done with cartography. I don't know, it just seemed to work out that way. So I have this thing left, and I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of don't like it, because I'm basically done with all the expansion now, except for this. And this whole time I'm sitting here doing nothing but this, and this is not the way I want to spend my game. I don't mind necessarily 1 item, but like I'm getting random events, but I'm not getting, the other item or the other 3 items that I need. It's kind of ridiculous. But one of the things that I try to do, and this one might not be a bad place, I tried to position this where the travel area and the next travel area were fairly close, so I didn't have to move my mouse around a lot. Maybe we could make it smaller. That might be better, although it's a little more challenging to click on. But I think you can get these this way. I did not get one this way. I got random travel events this way. I got the one traveling around, and then it clicked. I'm like, I could just travel around these free spots and see if they generate random events. And I'm trying to, yep. So they do generate random events. I don't know if there's any way of making them come by a little bit quicker or not, but this is what I got. So hopefully this advice holds up. And if you know otherwise or you find otherwise, let me know down below. And otherwise, this, I think, is how you're going to have to do this. So if you're working on if you're logged in doing something else, you may want to spin on this for a little bit just to try to knock a couple of these out. Make sure you do have this book, though, this captain's logbook, because it will make it go a little bit quicker. And apparently this is going to be a really long grind to get this. Like, this is stupid to have to go do this. I think the more I click on this, the more I talk about it, the more it kind of pisses me off. But it is what it is. So this is all I have left to do for the expansion, is just spin around the Melvor map doing nothing. Anyway, that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.